Hello. So I just got back from a Disney trip last week, which was so much fun. And I thought, what better video to come back with than a Disney World haul. So I thought I would show you all the cool stuff that I got in Disney World aside from the stand. So somehow I managed to fit everything I got in this little reusable bag from Hollywood Studios. Oh, it says Hollywood Studios in the back. Alright, so I think this was the first thing I bought in Disney World. I got these, and they sell them at a lot of gift shops, but I got them in downtown Disney the first day I got there. I love them. Oh my gosh, I wore them to Magic Kingdom. They're hard to see in the camera, but I wore them to Magic Kingdom, and the coolest part, which you might not be able to see in the video, can you see that? Let me shut the ring light off. They light up. So yeah, I thought these were super cute. They're the Mickey balloon ears, and I fell in love with them and had to buy them. They were probably, I think they were probably the most expensive souvenir I got. I usually don't buy ears, so if I buy ears, I have to really love them, but I had to, and I love light up ears. Another cool thing I got was this little dude, Remy. And he's another thing I fell in love with. So you put the magnet here, and you stick him here, and he sits on you. I'm obsessed. He is so cute. They have a bunch of these. They have like Groot and Pascal and a Figment, and there's maybe a Stitch, maybe not a Stitch. I don't remember. But they had Remy, and I freaked out because he's just so perfect. Look at him. So I wore him around Epcot for a while. Another thing I got, and this was actually a gift from my mom when we were there, was this incredibleness. It looks like the Toy Story VHS, which I owned and wore out when I was younger. But it's a notebook, and I'm obsessed. I actually used to sell these when I worked for Disney, but I never bought it. But now I finally have it. Another cool thing I got was a souvenir, like travel mug cup with Spike the Bee on it, and I forgot to bring it up here to make this video, but I got it from doing the scavenger hunt in Epcot, where you have to find Spike the Bee. You have to find him in a bunch of different like flower gardens in Epcot, and then when you find them all, or you don't even have to find them all, but when you're finished, you can go and claim your prize. And this time it was a bunch of different like travel mugs, and I chose, there's like Figment and Orange Bird, I don't remember the other one, but Spike was one, and I was convinced to get Spike because he's kind of rare. Next cool thing I got was this amazing card, which I got from the Garden Grill restaurant in Epcot, which was my first time eating there. It was incredible. I can't like even, the food was so good, and it was a really cool like restaurant experience. And when you're there, you get to meet these characters, Mickey, Pluto, Chip, and Dale, but because of like social distancing and stuff, they do it slightly different, where they come like, there's a bunch of booths, and the characters, instead of coming in front of you, they'll come behind the booth and kind of like say hi, and you can like take a selfie with them and stuff, which I did. But I didn't know we were getting this, and it's just like a cute little card, and on the back it's signed by them, and it's such a cute souvenir. Next thing I got was these earrings, which are all out of whack because I wore them while I was there. I was actually, well, I'll get to this in a second, but I was there for a certain character on here's birthday, and when I saw these, my mom was like, you can wear all those, because I have 5 piercings. I have 2 in this ear and 3 in this ear currently. So she was like, you can wear all the Fab 5. And then I freaked out and just had to buy these, even though they look more like a children's earrings. I don't care. They're so cute. And I did wear all 5. Okay, so the birthday I was there for was Donald's birthday. It was Donald's 87th birthday on June 9th. And when I found, okay, so I've mentioned before that Donald is my favorite, and so when I found out I was going to be there for his birthday, I freaked out. Of course, I wore, if you saw my last video, I wore the Donald tank top that day, and I thought it would be hilarious because I've gotten birthday buttons from both Disney World and Disney stores for my birthday, times I've been there, and I thought it would be hilarious since I was there for Donald's birthday to get a birthday button for Donald. So, happy birthday, Donald Duck, 6/9/21. I had to. I just, it's so perfect for my collection. Another cool button I got was the conservation button for the Disney Conservation Fund this year. This year it's just a really cute elephant, and it's when you donate to the Conservation Fund. I have, is it these? Yeah, I want to say it's these two. I got that, you can't really see them all, but I got this one in 2016, and I got this one in either 17 or 19, I don't remember, but yeah, they're not dated either, but this is this year's, and I just, again, had to get it to add to my collection. And along with the conservation button that I got in Animal Kingdom, I also got a giraffe. I know I've mentioned before that I am obsessed with giraffes. I saw giraffes at the safari in Animal Kingdom and I freaked out. And I collect giraffes, so I usually try to get like unique giraffes wherever I can find them, and you always find unique ones in Animal Kingdom. So this time I found this little dude, and he's so cute, and he's green, and that was what drew me to him, because he was the only, like, there's a bunch of these little like knick-knack dudes, but he was the only green one, and so that was what drew me to him. And he wasn't even that much money, which I was happy about, because sometimes these things are expensive. Okay, last two souvenirs, and then we're moving on to pins. First is this Mickey arcade, what does it say? Treasure card. It's from the arcade at the hotel. So basically, when we got there, because of like the pandemic and social distancing and stuff, the arcade wasn't open, understandably. And then our last day, which was just kind of like our hotel day, we were just kind of like hanging out until the Magical Express was coming to pick us up, the arcade was open. And so there was a point where my mom wandered off somewhere, so I just wandered into the arcade because I was curious, because I hadn't been in a Disney arcade probably since I was like 8 or 9. So I was just curious, so I started wandering around, found Pac-Man, so yeah, bought one of these dudes, and I got like, it's like they do it by like points, it's kind of like Dave & Buster's. You buy a certain amount of points and put on a card, and then you play the games, and I played a few games, and I didn't know the card was going to be so cute, so I'm glad I got one. And then of course my magic band. This is my 4th magic band that I've gotten, and this one, I try to get a different color every time, and this one's purple. And I think it's going to be the last magic band I get, because I know that they're doing away with them, which is weird. So this is probably my last magic band. On to pins. Okay, I'm going to start with the pins that I bought, and then move on to pins I traded for. So something I like to do, if you can't see above on the pin board, but I have a bunch of attraction pins. I love getting a pin for every attraction that I go on or see or whatever it may be. So this trip, I rode Haunted Mansion for the first time since I was, again, 8 or 9, just because I never wanted to go on creepy things, but I watched a video of it beforehand, and I was like, oh, it doesn't seem that creepy. So then I went on it, and it literally wasn't creepy. It was really cool. And I actually kind of really love it now, and I ended up going on it a second time. But after that first time, we found a pin shop, and they had Haunted Mansion mystery pins. And so I looked at them, and they had some cool ones. They had the hitchhiking ghosts, and, you know, some cool icon ones from Haunted Mansion. But one I thought was really cool was the piano that looks like it's like playing itself, like a ghost is playing it on the ride. And so it's a mystery pack, so you get 2 pins, but you don't know what you're getting. But I wanted like the piano or the hitchhiking ghost or whatever. So I opened them up, and the first one I got was some lady. I don't think it was the bride. Maybe, I don't know, it was some lady. I don't know it, I'm sorry. But the next one I got ended up being the piano. It's gorgeous. Like, this pin, it's so, and for the price too, look at that. So that's gonna be my Haunted Mansion. I almost ended up buying just a generic Haunted Mansion pin, and then I saw these and I liked them so much better, and I was like, I'll risk it, let's go for it, and so I got it. The next attraction pin I got was this one, and this wasn't on Donald's birthday, but we went to Epcot and rode it's called the Grand Fiesta Tour, the 3 Caballero ride. We rode it for the first time ever, and it stars, obviously, Donald and the 3 Caballeros. And they don't have a pin for the ride specifically, but I saw this one because the ride is in Mexico, in Epcot. And I saw this one, and it just seemed so perfect. And the last attraction pin I bought was, of course, a Skye Liner pin, because I also rode the Skye Liner for the first time ever, which was so cool. We took it to Hollywood Studios and we took it to Epcot, and then on our last day we had nothing to do, so we just took the Skye Liner all the way to Hollywood Studios just to take it all the way back, just for fun, just to do it. And this was the last one in the gift shop, which was really cool, so I just had to get it. Another mystery pack I bought was pins. They're like, they just say 2021 on them, and you can get a bunch of different characters. So like you could get Mickey or Minnie, or I wanted Scrooge because I like my ducks. But I didn't end up getting Scrooge, and I thought about trading these, but I decided to keep them in the end. I ended up getting this dude, whose name I don't remember. I think it's Professor something. I don't remember his name. I don't love this duck. And then another bird, I got a Panchito, which I thought was pretty cool because I rode the Caballero ride, but then I bought the Mexico pin, so I feel like I don't need this one so much, but I'm sure I'll trade him someday. And the last pin I bought, which was well worth the money, was this Pixar pin. It says the world of Pixar, Disney parks, and look how adorable and amazing and incredible this pin is. Look at that. And we're going to end this Disney World haul with a bunch of pins that I traded. So they're doing pin trading a little differently in Disney World, but I still really enjoyed it. They had a lot of cool pins on the board, really, considering it's usually the same old generic pins. They had some cool ones, so I feel like I scored. Okay, so first one, I think this literally was the first pin I traded. It's Huey, and I was on a search for Dewey and Louie, but I never saw them on a board, so I need to find his brothers. I never found them, but I will eventually, because like I said, I love my ducks. Next one I got is actually one I already have. Can you see it from here? Where are my princesses? Okay, so I don't know if you can see it, but I have this Miko, but the reason I traded for him was because I saw him on a pin board. We saw Miko in Animal Kingdom. He was with Pocahontas, and they like go by on a boat. It's like one of the cavalcades, and they go by on a boat just to like wave and say hi. And I saw him on a pin board, and I was like, oh, we just saw him, so I'm gonna keep this one and put this one in the traders. The next pin I traded for is this incredible pin that I've been wanting for a while now. It's Oogie, and he's, what's the word? Turning the popcorn. Because in Disneyland, they have a bunch of little like characters or just little dolls who they set up, and they look like they're doing this to the popcorn stands, but Oogie's doing it. And I just think that's hilarious and adorable, and I love it. I've been wanting it for so long, and then it was on a pin board, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get it. Another really cool pin I got is this Tinkerbell one, and this one is, you can tell it's old, like it looks old, and on the back it says it's from 2006, and it looks to me like it's from one of the like lanyard sets, like the starter pin sets. That's what it looks like. And it's just older, and it's cool to find old pins on pin boards, so I definitely needed this one. Another cool one I found on a board is this one. It's Minnie, and it's from the Disney Cruise Line, which isn't something you really see so much in the parks. And so I've never been on a Disney cruise, but I saw it and was like, I want that because it's rare. Next one I got, which I just found out isn't as old as I thought it was. I think it says it's from 2016. and it's Cinderella's castle, and it says shooting stars, and I have no idea what it is, what it's from, what it means, but I've never seen it before, so it looked a little rare, or I thought it was old, but it's not that old. But I thought it was really cool because I'd never seen it before. So another Magic Kingdom one I got, which my mom actually traded this one for me at our hotel. Look at that. Look at that. What? Who would trade for, like, what? Who would do this? I don't even understand. This pin, look at that. That is gorgeous. It's like the Dumbo sign from it says Dumbo the Flying Elephant. And there's a little Timothy on top. I don't know who in their right mind would want to trade this, because it's gorgeous. What year is it from? Can I see? Oh, it says 2019. This isn't even that old. I don't know. But I love this one. I didn't even go on the Dumbo ride this trip. But look at this. How could you not? Another adorable one I got. This was actually on our last full day at Magic Kingdom. We left like almost right after we traded for this one. And it's just so cute. It's Figaro. And I absolutely love this one. It's gonna go right on the board. And last two, I didn't really save the best for last, I guess. This is just the order they were in. I got both of these in Magic Kingdom, but earlier in the day, because we park hopped, we were in Hollywood Studios and rode Mickey's Runaway Railway for the first time ever. And it blew my mind. I was not, like, what I tend to do is I try to, like with Haunted Mansion, I try to watch videos before I go on the rides because I want to know what to expect. But I never got around to watching a video of this one. And I didn't really feel too much of a need to because, like, I know it's like a children's ride. I've seen a few, like, clips of it, so I knew it was, like, what could happen that you're not going to expect. Boy, was I wrong. But I do not regret not watching it. I am so happy I didn't know what was going to happen. We ended up riding it twice, but that first time, it was so unexpected. And I think it's one of my new favorite rides. I had to go back and go on it because I loved it so much. And so basically, I found this Mickey, and he looks like the Mickey that's like in the ride. And he's on it's exactly this Mickey who's on the sign for Runaway Railway. And so I found him, and we had just ridden it like a couple hours before. So I had to get him. And then on the next pin board we saw this Daisy. And she's in the ride, and she looks exactly like this. So I don't think this is supposed to be, like, neither of these are Runaway Railway pins. I couldn't find one, but I found these, and they look exactly like them in the ride. So this was cool. So yeah, that is all the cool stuff I got from my Disney World trip this year. The one piece of merch I set out to find and wanted to get during the trip, I couldn't find anywhere. They have a Pride Rainbow Stitch pin. And I looked literally everywhere. Every single store you can think of, I checked in. They didn't have it. They clearly sold out. But that is all the cool stuff I got. I love my pins. Really cool ears. That Remy is adorable. So please tell me what your favorite thing or what your favorite pin is that I got during this trip. I'm really curious. And yeah. So yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure you subscribe and hit like if you liked. I make new videos every Tuesday, and I will see you all next time. Next cool thing I got. Okay. Next cool thing I don't know why I can't speak.